SR is like TRT for me at the age of 36. It's going to be really interesting as individuals who are privy to this practice of chastity, or let's just say, I'm more of the opinion, guys, that this is a tool in your toolbox to use at your leisure, and it would be foolish to not utilize this very esoteric, this very occult-like tool in various different seasons of your life, whereby you might want to be, let's say you take that winter arc, right? That winter period when you want to bulk and you want to gain as much muscle as possible. So you use it intentionally there. And then I don't know if maybe you get a relationship or a wife or a girlfriend and you want to partake in conventional Western intercourse from time to time, that's completely your decision. But the point I was going to make is the interesting aspect of SR as you start to get older. So for this individual here is his own personal anecdotal experience of SR as opposed to TRT for him. So he's saying middle-aged men, calling all middle-aged man. I'm getting there. I'm going to be 30 next year. Middle-aged men, if you are scared of doing TRT like me, then this is for you. At 36, I'm growing muscle like I was in my 20s. Recovery is cut in half. I can hit the same muscles a minimum of 2 times per week now and still grow. I will say, and again, I have been on SR for a long period of time. I actually couldn't tell you, but this is maybe something that I'm accustomed to. So I'll first and foremost make the point. I don't know, guys, have you ever had the experience whereby you're feeling like you're not recovering as quickly as you are if you're older, especially if you're older? But let me know. I've added 6 kilograms of pure muscle, pardon me, not plural, in just 3 months while still maintaining around 15% body fat. I am a tiny bit cynical of that because that is quite a lot in a short space of time, but this is this individual's anecdotal experience. I was never able to work out more than 3 muscle groups in a day at the gym. 3 muscle groups. Not sure what he's referring to there. I typically do kind of like pushing and pulling and leg patterns, so that's kind of how I split up my training within a week. Now I can hit the upper body in just 90 minutes, just like I got out of puberty. The feeling of going to the gym with a sky-high libido and throwing those weights around is renders this individual speechless. Midway through a workout and you see some chicks doing glutes and the libido goes sky high, you bench press and those weights like there's no tomorrow. Is it time for men only gyms? I think it might be time for men only gyms, guys. Like I like the community of my gym that I go to at the moment. I'm friends with actually a lot of women in my gym, but there is something in there for me about keeping the context of going to the gym on training and not distraction and not temptation. It's not supposed to be a social place. I know there's going to be social aspects of it, but I think it depends to me, how serious I'm taking my training and, the season of training I'm in. Maybe there's a time for, again, a kind of like a dungeon style gym, winter arc gym, big sweaters and hoodies and caps, keeping your eyes low and just, headphones on, doing the work. Maybe one rule of the gym is just you can't speak to people. That might be a good one. There's sometimes, this is a really weird and interesting trick that I do sometimes, is I wear glasses, right? My vision isn't terrible, but when I am driving, I do need to wear glasses, or if I'm going to the cinema and watching a movie, I will need to wear my glasses. When I'm going to the gym, I deliberately do not take my glasses. So if there is any particular woman there wearing her yoga pants and very, very, let's say scantily clad, being polite, it's not even a distraction because I can't even see her. I can see just a blur moving around in the background. So for those of you who wear glasses, that's one of my greatest tips in that respect. The added confidence you get from building your body will get you noticed from a mile away. 100%. My personal opinion is I'm fortunate. I can't really say that I've ever been majorly out of shape. Maybe during COVID when I wasn't allowed to go to the gym and I was relying more on home workouts, but I think I've naturally been a very confident individual in that respect, and I attribute that to what my body kind of looks like. And I don't think, in my experience, it's not a direct result of your body being perceived to be more attractive by other women, but it's more a factor of, you know, that your body looks better than most men. It's not that, it's a difficult way to describe it. It's not that she's perceiving your body and swooning, right? It's more you going, I've worked hard. I've been in the gym 5 days a week consistently for years now. My body looks better than 80% of the population. I'm going to own it. I'm going to walk, talk like I do have a strong, powerful, healthy body. And that's where I believe the confidence kind of comes from, as opposed to women swooning at your six-pack. Yeah, somewhere. I've started SR 8 months ago and has not released since. I engage in sex 5 to 6 times per week, but use numbing agent, so I never get close. I would not think that is a good idea, my friend. My piece of advice with this is you're probably going too fast. You have to remember that most people learn how to have sex through watching adult material, and adult material is not sex, it's entertainment for the purposes of pleasure. Yeah. So what I mean is there's a difference between fucking and making love, making sweet love. I know that sounds Disney. I know it sounds romantic. I know it sounds very, very cringe and cliche maybe. But look, you've got a wife that you love. You've got a girlfriend that you love. Make love. Make love. I'm going to make making love cool. Make love. Making... We're going to make making love cool again. I'm going to make it cool again. I'm going to get a hat with that printed on. Maybe a t-shirt. Making love great again. Back in September, my T was 375 nanograms per deciliter. I got it checked last week, and now it's 1,184 nanograms per deciliter. I don't even think TRT would have helped much in this way. This is crazy. I sleep 7 hours. However, I feel like I sleep 14. Now, whilst I would have some qualms maybe about some of the metrics, especially, putting on 6 kilograms of muscle in less than 3 months, I think is pretty remarkable. I don't think it's maybe impossible, but I don't know. I mean, what are your personal thoughts of that particular? Have you experienced anything very, very similar to that? What's more different for me is the quality of my muscle changes as opposed to maybe how much muscle I grow. So I usually find that I'm a little bit more vascular. My muscle is a little bit more grainy and a little bit more dense during, let's say, longer periods. And that would be a consequence. And this is just a theory from the studies that I've read of the androgen receptors becoming more sensitivity to the permeation of free base testosterone in your blood. So moving that free base testosterone into the cytoplasm, into the gene, churning on the gene that signals and demonstrates high, grainy, dense, healthy muscles. That's what I imagine that result is coming across. But again, I would ask this individual how he's actually measuring that. How are you quantifying that? How are you actually quantifying that you're gaining 6 kilograms of pure muscles? I mean, you can only really do that if you've got a body composition device, which would measure, the composition of adipose tissue, of lean body mass, of, bone, all of these other bits and pieces. So it'd be very, very difficult. Maybe what he's trying to say is he looks like he's added a lot of muscle. And what's very interesting is that I've been told I look a lot bigger when I'm weighing less. And that's the irony with kind of like bodybuilding. If you want to like lean down and the shoulders start to come out a little bit more, you get that bicep vein coming out, and your forearms are more vascular, and maybe your traps are starting to pop out of the back of your shirt. All these other bits and pieces are usually the consequence of you slimming down. And I'm walking a lot more recently and finding that I'm getting leaner, trying to get in 5,000 steps a day. So maybe that's it. I want to just look at the comments very, very briefly here. This got me motivated as hell. T levels tripled. I really don't. A lot of people will be cynical of this, and I get it. I really do get it. I do. I still am. However, this has not been the first. This has probably been like the fourth or fifth post I've read, and the other posts have actually shown measurements on free base testosterone doubling and tripling. In most cases, it triples. So, yeah. Oh, he's described his diet here. Lots of fat and cholesterol for building T. I told you guys, don't be afraid of that fat. Eat that high-fat red meat. I just got done eating two burger patties, high-fat ground beef. Around 150 calories in surplus. Yeah, that's about right. Sleep around 7 hours. Pretty much no stress, no caffeine or any stimulants. Okay. I've only done SR and heavy lifting. That's about it. Cool. Yeah, and here we go. T levels triples plus more androgen receptors, so the total effect is probably maybe more than 3. So it's not just high T, but it's more gene expression of your testosterone that's kind of happening here. This individual saying same results of retaining is crazy. My T levels went from 469 to 986 nanograms per deciliter in just 3 months, and had all of the same benefits. Cynical, not trying to be a hater, but would love to see your results. Yeah, I get it, guys, but most often than not, I believe your own individual experience is going to be the one that is going to compel you to do this yourself. Hey, try it yourself. Guys, I'm restarting a lot of live sessions within the Patreon group. So if you want to join every Sunday, we either do a meditation, we do deep work, we do lectures. I'm doing a lot of more spiritual stuff at the moment. I know a lot of you guys have been asking me or have told me in the comments that some of the more favorite content of yours is when I kind of talk a little bit more spiritual. And I really I'm almost doing kind of like a Sunday service, like a kind of, that's a great idea actually for the name, Sunday service, Joseph's Sunday service. So if you want to join the VIP, it's in the Patreon, and you get access to exclusive videos every month. You get Testosterone Optimization. That's my first book, not my new book, for free. You get Sexual Energy Mastery, which is my most highest grossing course, for free. You get your VIP chat, you get the live sessions, you get access to me, all the other boys in the community. You get access to my library, so all of the books that I've read. It's tremendous, and again, I'm really enjoying the kind of getting back more into connecting with you guys and kind of talking about what your artistic projects are at the moment. But if not, keep enjoying the free content, my friend. These aren't theories, these are facts. Speak soon.